Welcome back to the channel. Today we are looking at the Mercenary and one of the most broken builds I think I've ever seen in this game. Now yes, I am in Act 2 currently. Let's just put it this way. I get so many comments from people complaining about the fact that I'm only halfway into the game. Well, I've basically made nearly 3 videos a day, which is several hours of the day gone. I had a seizure last week, an epileptic seizure, which has kept me bedridden for 12 hours of the day. I'm only just starting to recover now. And on top of that, when I have been playing, I've been playing every single character. So there's no way possible I could get to endgame yet, but I am working on it right now. And you will start seeing more endgame stuff soon. But in this video, you don't need to be at endgame to know that this absolutely bust. It's absolutely broken and bust. I would recommend for anyone to play a Mercenary. I was playing Ranger and I kind of got frustrated with it when I hit Act 3, especially when I was fighting that big monkey. Something just didn't flow or feel right, and I think maybe I just got a bit complacent with my Ranger, so I decided to try something else. I went to my Sorceress, and my Sorceress just was really good, really strong, but it just didn't feel fun. And then I went on to my Mercenary and looked around on the skill trees and stuff, and my god, this is just broken. I'm going to talk about it today and what I'm probably going to do in the future with the build. Let's get into it. So let's first have a look at what I'm using. So I've got this Armageddon Core Vanished Crossbow, which has additional lightning damage to it twice, accuracy rating, +2 level to all projectile skills. You know, you can't really ask for much better than that at this point in the game. It's incredible. You know, we've got a ring that also adds 1 to 10 lightning damage to attacks, so I'm getting a lot of lightning damage added to my attacks. We've got, you know, evasion rating, which I'll talk about why that's important as well. A hell of a lot of evasion rating there. I need to put another rune in here. We've got even more evasion rating and maximum life and life regen. We've got mana, you know, just to boost it up a little bit, even though I don't ever use it. We've got increased armor and evasion, maximum life, strength, life regeneration, evasion, strength. You can see it all right here. Basically, I've gone for anything that gives me lightning damage and anything that gives me evasion. And why is that? Because basically we're only using one move that has lightning already in it, and that is the Galvanic Shards. Converts 40% of physical damage to lightning damage, knocks back enemies, which is really important. Multiple fragments can hit the same target, so you know, if you're up close on a big boss, you can chunk away at their health. All in all, just an incredible ability. Then with the gems, I've got an extra gem slot through just doing my trials and stuff. So supported skills have 25% more attack speed, so you're firing quicker. Supported attack gains 25% of damage as extra lightning damage. Awesome. And then we have ammo conservation, so supported crossbow attacks have a 25% chance to not consume a bolt. So if we look down on the skills on the bottom right on the RB button, that is my Galvanic Shards. There are 5 bolts. If I hold it, I use 5. If I hold it again, you can see I fired a lot more than 5 there because of that gem. It gave me 2 extra bolts before I needed to reload. The reload can be a bit finicky on this, especially when you're in the middle of a fight. Sometimes, you know, you expect it to replenish and reload, but it doesn't. And then you're standing there trying to shoot and you can't. Usually after every time I fire out 5 things, I just hit the RB button again myself to reload. That's what I usually do, just to keep it flowing. Alongside load Galvanic Shards, we have Herald of Ash, which obviously you get from fighting the King in the Mists. And this is incredible. Explosion radius 1 meter, ignite duration for 3 seconds, base ignite damage for 18.33% of overkill damage. So when you overkill an enemy, they explode and ignite. So essentially what you're doing is spreading around lightning, which, you know, hits a few people. You got loads of shards coming out of your Galvanic Shards. When you overkill, you will then have everyone blowing up in fireballs. So just an all-round fantastic duo of abilities that absolutely tears through the majority of the game, or has been so far for me. I haven't had to worry or stress about anything. I just walk around holding my trigger. That's all I need to do. So one of the things I've just added about 5 minutes ago is the Ripwire Ballista. This basically just locks down enemies so they can't move, and it's, you know, just giving me the chance to just keep people in place while I spray my load at them. You don't need this, but it is really, really useful. I'm going to probably go up to the other ballistas when I get higher up in level, but for right now this is just fantastic. It just keeps everyone locked down while I blast them in the face. So speaking of evasion and stuff like that, Sorcery Ward basically works off your evasion and armor. As you can see there, it says barrier can take elemental damage up to 30% of your armor and evasion rating, which I'll show in the skill tree how much you put into that, how much I've put into that. And basically what this does is any elemental damage that is done to you, the barrier will take it. You won't take any damage until the barrier breaks. Then you'll start taking damage to your energy shield and your health. After 9.3 seconds, the barrier recharges to maximum. As you can see just down there above my gas grenade, it says 112 above the sorcery ward. I think that just means I can take 112 points of damage, elemental based, before it breaks, and then I start taking damage. Anything that's damage over time, poison, stuff like that, doesn't hit the barrier, it hits me. But anything like fire and stuff, I've taken big blasts off bosses and survived it. Like, it wipes out the shield and then wipes out half my health as well, whereas otherwise I would have been dead. So sorcery ward is broken. Now we can see it in action, because right through here we got a guy who's just going to start throwing flames at me. I'm gonna have to heal up. You see my shield going down to like 0. I took so much damage then, but also as well, all the elemental stuff just hit my barrier and saved me. So pretty goddamn beast. I love it. I love it so much. I think it's just such an incredible ability. And as you get higher as well, and you get more evasion and stuff like that, and more armor, you're just going to be absolutely unstoppable. Then we have passives. So there are 2 builds I'm looking to make. One pure crossbow, and then one crossbow and grenades. For right now, I've got my ascendancy here, which is to get up to sorcery ward. Now, I wouldn't recommend end game going down this armor and evasion path. There's going to be other ways to get evasion, but right now, as I'm leveling up, I want to have sorcery ward as good as it can be. So I've taken a whole bunch of armor and evasion rating. It's not a bad thing to have them, but there are other things that you probably want to spend points on towards end game. And then over here, it's all projectile damage, projectile damage, projectile damage, projectile damage, projectile damage, all the way down to here. So I've been picking up dexterity for pretty much every point, because it's important. And then we have two-handed damage over here, so 12% increased damage with two-handed weapons, which a crossbow is. This is all the way down here to this part where it's 5% reduced attack speed, 20% increased stun build-up, but 40% increased damage with two-hand weapons. And over here we've got 15% area of effect for attacks and plus 10 to strength. Now I do want to take this, but for right now I don't think it's that important. There are other things I want to get, so eventually I will get to that. The next part of my build went over here to the right. I got a couple of strengths involved, and then we got 2 extra projectile damages. Like, that is where I'm at right now. I might take these last 2, but I don't think I need them all. You know, just a bit of extra damage, and then cut them off later on when I'm building my big build. So where to go to next? If I'm going to do grenade, I'm going to just talk about the grenade one, because other than that, it's just picking up projectile damage basically and things like that. Grenade stuff would be here, which is very important for the mercenary. There are great additions to grenades to be able to absolutely just tear things apart. So grenade skills +1, you know, improved recovery, cooldown rate, area of effect, etc, etc. But I am not going to do that, so I am going to go head down here instead. I really wish it was better to navigate this menu. So we're going to take increased movement speed if you've killed recently, more attack speed if you've killed recently, and then over here more movement speed. This basically is just allowing me to run around faster, so you know I can kill little ads and then run away from a boss or something. Then we're going to go over here to crossbow reload speed. This is going to be important just for getting my my hits out quicker. If I do a grenade build, I'll be taking these 3 instead. So, you know, you're just increasing stuff on grenade damage. I think you could probably make a good balance between both of them. I haven't really looked into it yet, but this is essentially one of these 2 paths is what I'm going to take. Then we're going to head down here for cooldown recovery rate. I think that's important too. And over here, enemies in your presence have a 10% reduced cooldown recovery rate, and you get a 10% buff to yours. So while you are standing near people, you're just going to be able to have ample cooldowns, ample reloads, and just absolutely tear into people. But I think this will probably benefit grenades more. However, I think it just works anyway. Then we're going to head down here all the way down. You know, we're not really going to talk about gems and stuff. And then the next thing I'll probably do is over here. So increased attack damage against rare or unique enemies, increased attack damage against rare or unique enemies, and 4% attack speed while a rare or unique enemy is in your presence. And then we take this one here, which is just a whole bunch of epic buffs to your attacks on rare and unique enemies. There's also here as well that I might take more damage with crossbows, more damage with grenades, just depending on which side I take. You know, you can take all these crossbows here just to make it a beast, which, you know, I probably will. And then I'm probably going to make my way over here up to the elemental damage with attacks, so I'm getting more out of my galvanic shards, and then straight up here to the cooldown recovery rate. This is kind of just like a little tiny build that I've just thought about. There are probably loads of other things that I can go and look at, so please let me know what you would build for this build. But right now it's just fantastic. I'm loving it. Right, let's go just gather up some peeps. Come on guys, let's all gather up. Let's all gather up. Hey, non-cut skill gem. Alright, let's drop you down and you can lock everything down. There you go. And then I can just smash them all like this. Boom. It's just so ridiculous. I can't believe this is a real thing. Drop another turret down, because why not? His enemies are all over the place. This is the first time though I've not felt as strong as usual, but I still just feel ridiculously overpowered. It's stupid. But you know, that's the build. You can see it. Oh, there's a guy over here. What are you guys doing? Hello? Go on, sorry. Get him. Lock him down. Pow, pow, pow. Oh god. Oh god. Oh god. Where did they come from? These sand spirits are a bit of an annoyance, aren't they? There we go. There's one. Where's the other one? Pow, 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 pow. Yeah, that's a video. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know what you're thinking. Let me know about the build you would build. Have you played Mercenary yet? Are you going to play Mercenary now? It's clearly, obviously, the most powerful and easiest character to play. Oh my god, he's still alive? Get back here. They're both still alive? What is happening? Do these things just respawn all the time? Maybe the build's not as good? Uh-oh. Oh, that wasn't the same couple. But anyway, thank you for watching our videos though. You guys have been awesome.